Welcome back. This is our Week 11 recap. I'm joined by Sterling and
Yes,
the man
sir.
Joseph.
Always.
Always.
Welcome back to ENT Fantasy Football.
Welcome to
Week
another
11
great
recap.
video.
We just had a great video. We had a great week of football. Week 11 had some crazy stuff going down. We're gonna get right into it. We got the Week 11 recap. So what are we starting off with?
Thursday night football.
Thursday night football.
boy.
On Thursday night football, obviously it was not the best football game.
It was a little slow paced, that's for sure. The Falcons could literally not do anything on offense.
Yeah.
They
Nothing at
looked
all.
like they could just stall the whole way through. Matt Ryan threw 2 nasty interceptions, and then Josh Rosen came and threw an interception. And then their third string
Philip
quarterback
Franks.
came and threw another interception.
Yep.
So the Patriots defense had a lot of points.
Yep. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, that's how we lost.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it was more of a Patriots defense kind of win.
Yeah. It was.
The offense didn't do a whole lot, I'd say. Like Mac Jones.
Not really.
Mac Jones played okay. The wide receivers, who had a touchdown? Not Jacoby Myers. Not Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, I figured he'd ride the hot hand going into that game.
Yeah. Nelson Aguilar
Had a
had the
pretty
touchdown.
solid game.
Yeah.
Pretty solid game.
But in terms of this, on the Falcons, we don't trust anybody but Cordero Patterson.
Yep.
So if you have somebody on the Falcons and you can play somebody else, I'd advise that.
Yeah.
I don't trust Zacchaeus. I don't trust Gage. I definitely don't trust Mike Davis. So
You know who got the most carries in that football game for the Falcons?
who?
Quadri Olison.
Okay. Well, that's all you
Who?
need to know.
Not Mike Davis, not Wayne Gallman. Quadri Olison had, I believe, 11 carries.
Their 4th-string running back.
Pretty much.
Audrey
Nice.
Olsen.
So we'll move away from that barn burner. That was just a little recap of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here we are.
The real recap.
The
is,
real recap.
Yeah, because I'm too worn out from that Falcons Patriots game to talk about it, bro.
The slowest game ever.
No, there was just so much, bro. I'm just, yeah.
So our first game I want to talk about is the Indianapolis Colts. I believe the game was in Buffalo, if I'm not mistaken.
It was in Buffalo, indeed.
And
Upset of the week?
Upset of the week.
Would we say so?
the Titans got upset by the Texans, and I think that's the upset.
Oh yeah, what am I
That is
talking? Yeah,
true,
what
that
am I
is
talking
true, that
about?
is
Yeah,
true.
that was the upset of the week.
But did you expect such a curb stomping from
No, I didn't.
from the Colts?
Was
Like,
it
I
the
wasn't
Colts?
expecting that.
Wait.
The Colts.
Was it the Colts or was it Jonathan Taylor?
Well, it was Jonathan
Oh,
Taylor.
boy. So
When you have 51 fantasy points,
5 touchdowns.
Jesus
5 touchdowns.
Through the air and on the ground.
So it was Bills 15, Jonathan Taylor 41.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
So I would like to say, last week I called Jonathan Taylor RB1, and
podcast.
I'm glad I stuck by that because, man, he did the work, and he played the best out of anybody this week
Yeah. In the entire NFL.
in the entire NFL, and I'm glad I had that prediction.
Yeah.
Is
So,
he in the MVP conversation
I mean,
For fantasy?
for NFL?
for NFL, maybe not.
If they go on a little win streak, yes.
Yeah, it's gonna come
It
down.
just
to
comes down to the record of the
yeah,
football
to
team.
his team.
That is
yeah.
true, and hopefully he stays healthy through these last few weeks.
Hopefully he
Yeah.
does.
So, other than that, we can talk about
Who else had a great game? Austin Eckler had a
Austin
great game.
Eckler played well against the Steelers.
Steelers.
It was a fast-paced game, a lot of
Yeah,
scoring.
a lot of
Yeah.
scoring.
Mike Williams caught that touchdown
Yeah.
to put them forward to win the game.
Yeah.
That was
And
clutch.
that is clutch. I had him, Mike Williams, man. You gotta
Mike
trust him.
Williams.
You gotta trust him. Who else?
Yeah, who else
Austin
had a great
Eckler played lights out too.
That's what we were just talking about.
No way.
No way.
We literally just talked about
I
Austin
know we were talking about Austin Eckler, but I'd just like to recap that
Just
Austin
recap, yeah.
Eckler
Austin-
Yeah,
did
that
do his
Austin
thing.
Eckler.
Let's
had a
not
good-
forget that he scored 4 touchdowns.
Yeah,
touchdowns.
okay.
Yes.
I think you guys just grazed over it, but we're
Yeah.
talking
Okay, yeah.
4 touchdowns.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
It's
He had a
easy to
great
graze
game.
over it because of Jonathan Taylor's game, but
Yeah.
look, 4 touchdowns
Yeah,
for Austin Eckler.
Definitely.
He
Okay.
did.
In other
Yeah,
news,
great game.
Austin Eckler Shoot. Who
What
else?
else went down in this week? What was some other crazy stuff that happened?
Austin Eckler.
The Texans and the
the Texans
Titans.
beat
Yes.
the Titans.
We were talking upset of the week.
So AJ Brown got injured halfway through the game, right? Something like that.
Yes.
And you know who was their leading receiver?
Who was their leading receiver?
Uh,
I can tell you who their
For who?
leading running back was.
who was their leading
It wasn't
running back?
Deonta Foreman, and it was not Adrian Peterson.
Then who was it?
And it was not Jeremy McNichols because he didn't play. It was
Wait,
what's his name?
Their rushing.
Hilliard.
Their rushing
Hilliard.
leader.
Who was their rushing leader?
Well,
His first name is escaping me right
Adrian
now.
Peterson had the most yards.
Most yards. Who had the
Yeah.
most carries?
Oh, that is a good question.
Go back.
Yeah, I gotta go.
And
back.
then go to box score.
Where is
Right
the
here.
box score? Okay, there.
The
we
most
go.
carries on the football team. Go to Titans right here.
Oh,
What the hell?
Right
Oh,
here.
okay, there we go. Bear
Peterson
with
led
me.
with 9.
Oh no, Peterson did have.
Yeah,
the most
he had the
carries.
most carries.
And then Hilliard had 7.
Hilliard had 7.
He had a higher average though on his runs.
Oh, he had 8 receptions. That's why.
Ah.
Oh, wow.
That's what it was.
8 receptions
Yeah.
for 47 yards.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because
8
the
receptions.
problem was, or not the problem, but the
Yeah.
situation was there's no pass catchers.
No.
Damn.
No
man.
pass catchers.
Right.
Nakini Westbrook,
Yeah.
he scored a touch. No, he didn't score a touchdown. He had 107
He just
yards.
had a lot of yards. Yeah.
107 yards on 7 receptions.
That was more through volume because Tannehill threw the ball 52 times.
Why would they throw the ball 52 times?
Gee, I don't know.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah. Anyway, anybody who started Ryan Tannehill, rip. That's all I gotta say.
4 INTs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had 20
R.I.P.
fantasy points, right?
He had around 17 and a half.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I started
But
him.
you're looking
Okay.
at you're looking. I didn't know you started him,
You did start
and I
him.
said R.I.P. Anyway,
He did start it.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
yeah.
I
so
mean, it
he's-
was a great matchup, bro.
It was.
It was too good.
Yeah,
to-
it was too good to
yeah,
be true.
Yeah, it was too good to be true.
So, I'm just going to say this. We'll touch on Tyrod Taylor a little bit later on
Yeah.
in our next video.
The next video.
But
Yeah.
Tyrod Taylor, 2 rushing touchdowns,
Yep.
Oh, that's-
107 yards off
Yeah.
of 14 completions.
Mm.
I'm just going to say I like Tyrod Taylor,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Scrambling quarterbacks, man, they can be some cheese in fantasy.
That
Yeah,
is
they
facts.
can.
They have such a high
Mhm.
floor.
They
Yeah.
can. They do.
Just think about Jalen Hurts this year.
Jalen
Oh
Hurts,
yes.
bro.
Yeah.
But the receiving leader for Houston, Chris Conley, off of 37 yards and 4 received.
37 yards. Well, Tyrod had, what'd
Damn.
you say, 100 yards passing?
He had
107
just
How many
north
times
of
did he
100.
throw the football?
24
24
times.
24 times. All right.
And Burkhead led
Yes, Rex
with
Burkhead.
18 carries for 40
So now
yards.
that backfield has, like, let's see, 18 running backs. Oh, no, only 17.
18 running
Because
backs.
they just released...
They released Phillip
18
Lindsay.
running backs.
So, yeah.
They did? They released Lindsey?
They
yeah,
did.
they released
Wow.
Lindsey.
So
He had
what?
one rush for negative
I want to talk about this matchup for sure.
Which
The
one?
Packers and the Vikings.
Packers
boy.
and the Vikings.
That was a shootout.
Oh my goodness.
It was a shootout.
Yeah.
So
Look
I think the story leading into it was
Aaron Jones was not going to be playing football that day.
no Aaron Jones.
No,
so
no,
A.J.
no.
Dillon.
No, it was Aaron Rodgers playing with pain in his toe. That was the story of the game.
Aaron Rodgers was indeed injured. Well, he played through injury,
Yeah.
and
It was so hard.
I
It,
guess.
it probably will. I'm not in Aaron Rodgers' body. I don't know how he feels. Anyway,
So Devontae Adams, how did he do in that game?
boy,
How did he perform?
I'm pretty sure he did.
All you
Marquez
Devontae-
Valdez.
Yeah,
Scantling.
anybody who has Valdez Scantling did well, but Devontae Adams,
115 yards for 2 touchdowns. I'll take that any day, my guy.
exactly.
And
Yeah.
Valdez Scantling with 123 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, outside of Dylan here, there was hardly any rushing.
And
Well,
then
yeah.
it goes, yeah.
That was expected.
Yeah,
We expected
I'd say
A.J.
so,
Dillon to get a
yeah.
big workload.
Jordan Love had 1 carry for a negative yard. Nice.
Wow.
Can I see?
Yeah, sure.
Thank
So
you, sir.
That'd be funny if Aaron Rodgers said, "You know what? Give Jordan Love the worst play, just cause."
Aaron Rodgers, man.
the worst play in the playbook, just cause.
How many fantasy points did Aaron
And then
Rodgers
and then LaFleur's gonna be like, "Aaron, why?" And then he's like, "Just cause I said so."
I believe that one Jordan Love rush was a knee at the end of the first half.
Never mind. Yeah.
Because Aaron Rodgers left the field early.
Oh, yeah, that is right.
Aaron Rodgers had 39 points.
Yep.
He
almost had 40 points.
I was just thinking that would be funny if, like, Aaron Rodgers went to LaFleur and said, LaFleur, call, like, a quarterback power. And LaFleur's just like, why? He's like, just cuz. And then Jordan Love just gets tackled for a loss.
Do it for fun.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins had 30 points, right? Like, somewhere around there.
Let me take a look at this. Kirk Cousins.
First Cousins.
He had 30.6 fantasy points.
30 fantasy points, baby.
Damn.
Let me take a look at the
that's a
Vikings
good
side
game.
of the football. Dalvin Cook, 22 carries for 86 yards and a touchdown,
Expected.
along with 3 receptions for 29 yards.
That's about expected.
Justin Jefferson had a monster game, 8
Oh, my
receptions
sure did.
Yes,
for
he did.
169 and 2.
Wow.
Thielen also had a good game as
Yep.
well.
8 catches for 82 yards and a touchdown.
Tutty.
That is good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so if you had Kirk Cousins, Dalvin Cook, there were a lot of good performances in this game. Kirk Cousins, Dalvin Cook, Jefferson, Thielen.
If you started anybody in this matchup, you were probably well off.
You're
Yeah,
probably
facts.
very well off. Yep. Yeah, a lot of
fantasy
points
to go
Yep.
around.
A lot of
AJ
points.
Dillon did okay,
He
but wasn't doing what I was personally expecting of AJ Dillon. But since it looks like it was such a pass-heavy football game, AJ Dillon,
He didn't have his opportunity to really shine.
he had, what did it say, 11 carries?
11
He
carries.
finished with like 12 fantasy points, which is solid, but I was
Not
expecting him
necessarily.
to have like more in the 16, 17 point range,
Mm-hmm.
but it's respectable.
So let's bring up the Eagles dropping 40 points on the Saints.
Yeah.
Fight, Eagles, fight.
The Eagles are playing well. Jalen Hurts, as we were just talking about,
Yeah.
all that rushing
Jalen
upside.
Hurts.
Yes.
He's running the ball. He is all over the place. Let's bring up.
They had Miles Sanders back for the first time in a few weeks, and he returned.
Yards.
Yeah, returned back to his role as the lead back. He
94
did fumble
yards.
the football,
Oof.
but 94 yards is solid. I believe he had like 16 carries, so basically
He
returned
did.
back to his
Yeah.
role.
16 carries for 94 yards.
Jalen Hurts carried the ball 18 times.
And has
six-
three
and
rushing.
three rushing touchdowns.
Yes, that is some cheese.
That is
of the
some
highest
cheese.
degree.
That is.
He
Yeah.
didn't even need to throw a touchdown in the air. He just got them all in his legs.
Yeah, he said, "You know what? Hold my beer."
And that gets you 6 extra fantasy points.
Every
So-
time.
Every time he runs it in. Yep.
So I'm rocking with it.
In terms of receiving, nothing really to go around on Philadelphia.
Man, Dallas
Dallas
Goedert though.
Yeah,
Goddard.
Dallas Goedert was the only one that
5 for
stood out.
62.
Man, I like Dallas Goedert.
I do
man.
too. And he also,
Yeah.
congratulations to Dallas Goedert. He just got a big extension.
He's getting
So
paid.
he just did,
Yeah.
he did get paid.
He got
He's the
that.
tight end of that football team
He
Yes,
is.
of
And
that.
I'm
for the
I have him on
for
my
the
fantasy
foreseeable future. He is.
Yes, he got that shmoney.
He got that shmoney.
Yep.
He is the leading receiver.
He is.
For the Eagles.
I mean,
Devonta Smith is there, but I feel like Dallas Goedert. People like to say this about a lot of players. He's like the safety blanket.
he is.
Yes.
So I like to bring this up. I feel like Jalen Hurts will have. I think once he gets a little bit more refined as a passer,
Yeah.
kind of like just like how Lamar did. Lamar
Yeah.
didn't pass the ball as well as he did two seasons ago.
Right.
Yeah.
But gradually he has turned that around into he can throw the ball downfield and you can trust him with it.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts, he's at that stage where he's not throwing it as well as he should.
He's still developing.
But
the pass
I do
game.
feel like he can. Once he gets a little bit more refined, it's going to be a different story for Devonta Smith and those receivers there.
I could
Yeah.
see Jalen Hurts not really mirroring Lamar, but mirroring more Kyler because they're around the same size.
Yeah, I could see that
Yeah.
for sure.
Definitely. Anything worth noting for New Orleans?
Mark Ingram
Yes,
was the
I did
lead
see
back
that.
in the absence of Alvin Kamara.
How
Had
is Taysom
16
Hill not
carries
starting?
for 88 yards?
This guy.
That's my question.
Mark
Why is
Ingram-
Taysom Hill not starting?
Because
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't.
He's too busy holding the ball for
Because-
the kicker.
That's facts. Trevor Simeon is bad.
He's bad.
Yeah.
Do we know anybody that No, I don't even think anybody has Trevor Simeon on their team.
No, there's no reason to.
No.
There's no reason to.
There's no reason.
I do want to talk about this player, Adam Trotman.
Oh, the man
yes,
himself?
that is worth noting.
Because he is a tight end that his usage has gone up in the last few weeks.
They're liking him.
They are liking him. He has emerged as the number 1 tight end on the football team, and it appears he just got placed on IR.
Oof.
What?
Yeah, he's out 4 to 6 weeks with a sprained MCL.
Hope
bro.
he gets better, but I love how you're like, this guy's on the come up. He's worth noting, and he's on the IR.
That is
So
depressing.
4 to 6 weeks.
That is
gonna be out for.
depressing.
Sorry, Adam Trotman. You played well when it mattered.
Hope you get back soon.
Get back soon and
Yeah, his usage was going up. Look at this: 6 targets in week 8, 7
7.
targets, 6 targets, 8 targets.
Oh, it was gradually going down a little bit.
Well, he had 8 targets this past week.
Well, no, you were like 8, 7, 6.
So, anybody other? I mean, now it kind of leads us to who is starting at tight end for the Saints.
Taysom Hill.
Honestly, I'm for it.
Taysom
I
Hill.
am for this. They don't have to make him a tight end again.
Yeah, make him a tight end.
Make him a tight end again.
He can't play tight end. He's too busy playing nose tackle.
On the other side of the ball.
Yeah, on the other side of the ball. Wait, no. Reports have come out saying he's going to be their starting free safety going into next week.
The Christian McCaffreys.
Yeah,
Christian McCaffrey.
he's gonna be he's the poor man's Christian McCaffrey. He's
So,
gonna lead your team in everything.
Let's talk about the Washington
Washington
and the Panthers.
football team versus the Panthers.
They spoiled Cam Newton's
They
return.
The football
They
team.
did. Cam
Yeah.
Newton had a very good football game too.
He did.
was Cameron's start of the week, or one of them.
Yeah, he was
One
one
of
of the guys. He was like, if you want to take a risk and you're desperate, go for it. Because the week before, 2 touchdowns on 4 plays.
God,
That's pretty
here we go
enticing.
again.
You know, so if you went to Vegas, you would have to put money down saying, look, if he gets 20 plays, you could bet 10 touchdowns are coming for you, all right?
Well, sadly that streak did not
wasn't the
continue.
reality. Yeah.
But he did play well.
He did. He had a very good game.
That would have
He
been.
How did
played
he-
the Washington football team, who are, if I'm not mistaken, they're like
Not
the
great on the
easiest
defense.
matchup for quarterbacks.
What
for
happened?
One of the
fantasy
easiest.
quarterbacks.
What happened to them defensively, bro?
They just
Didn't they have a lot of upside last season?
Yeah, they were one of the best
defensively?
defenses in
Yeah.
the NFL.
they don't have Chase
Chase
Young.
Young, yeah.
I mean,
That's just how
Chase Young is out for the season, if I'm not mistaken, right?
yeah,
that's just how crazy football is. It's just so everything is so short term.
it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
That's what sucks, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Cam Newton with 189 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 10 carries for 46 yards and
And a
another
touchdown.
touchdown as well.
They had a rushing touchdown.
So, man, that's around like 30 fantasy points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Christian McCaffrey, on the other hand, led in carries, rushing yards, and receiving yards.
as he should.
Yeah, had a receiving touchdown.
He also led in receptions.
Yes.
He sure did.
Mhm. And I heard they were going to put him in there to try and nail a 50-yard field goal as well.
Man,
And they also needed a pooch punt later in the game, and he couldn't really pin him inside the 10.
so I want to bring this up. If I tried to trade Jonathan Taylor for Christian McCaffrey, would it work? Are we at the stage where that is not a fair trade?
On which side?
Or it is a fair trade?
Which side?
So if I were to trade away and get Jonathan Taylor, I'm getting Jonathan Taylor in exchange for Christian McCaffrey. Is that a trade you guys would take?
No. Just because Christian McCaffrey is the safer option.
I'm not sure. If
You're not
that's
sure?
True. I'm not
Really?
sure if he's
Oh.
a safer option.
Why? Is it because of the health?
Yeah.
Okay, that's understandable.
Yeah, I'm in agreement.
It just seems like right now, though, he's back at 100%.
He is. That's the thing. Yes.
He is
Is
100%.
that he's 100%. Honestly, looking at,
That's good shit.
It's hard to say.
it's hard to say.
It's hard to say. I mean, I could test this theory right now.
McCaffrey,
But okay.
his playoff schedule is not the
Why?
best.
Were you
for
gonna propose?
fantasy.
Were you gonna propose
Yeah.
a trade?
I was gonna try to trade Gage, but I forgot it's closed nowadays.
Oh, we can't trade anymore?
No.
Bro, you should have made an announcement. I didn't even realize that. Or I should have paid attention.
The deadline is passed.
When did it pass?
Oh, damn it.
Probably week 12 or
That's
week
a
11.
shame,
Week
bro.
12.
I'm not sure, bro. I'm really not sure.
That's a hard one.
Jonathan Taylor is...
The man himself.
So, who is... Oh, dude, that's such a good question, bro. McCaffrey...
I'm going McCaffrey.
I'm going to have to agree with McCaffrey.
I'm going to have to go with McCaffrey.
I feel like McCaffrey is just so much the safest floor.
Yeah.
I mean, think about his rushing and his receiving.
receiving. That's the thing that I'm thinking about is the receiving
Yeah.
usage.
Like, he will always get receiving usage.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he will have at least, 7 or 8 targets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's rushing the ball, what? How many times did he rush the ball? 10 times.
10 times, yep.
Which isn't really enough.
Yeah.
They should be giving him
normally
20.
normally it's higher.
It is usually high.
Yeah.
So this was a floor game for Christian McCaffrey.
Honestly.
He caught a touchdown and he had good receiving.
Mm-hmm.
He had an okay day on the ground.
Yeah.
So, but I feel like you can
I
expect
think
more.
Cam Newton's going to hurt McCaffrey
You think so?
because he's the goal line back.
It
Who,
is.
Cam Newton. He's
Yeah.
basically the goal line back.
he
Yeah,
is, he is.
that's fair. Yeah.
But-
Obviously, McCaffrey's still getting touchdowns, but
Yeah.
Cam Newton's
It's-
usage around... I don't know who I would pick still.
It's those cheese 1
yard,
yard touchdowns
It
that
is.
McCaffrey's not really going to get
Yeah.
because of Cam Newton.
I mean, they may start.
They
They
gonna
do
run
run
the
the
option.
option.
Yeah, that's
They
exactly
do
what
run
I'm
the
gonna
option.
say.
Mm-hmm.
The option,
So
yes.
nowadays, I mean, maybe they're gonna start saying, "Okay, hit Cam Newton." I mean, you want to hope so, and then he hands it off to Christian McCaffrey for the touchdown.
Mhm.
But knowing Cam Newton, it's gonna be like, "I'm gonna get hit. Okay, watch this."
And I'm gonna still going.
Yeah, I was just about to say, because it's called an option play for a reason, and Cam's been hit a lot, so you'd think he'd opt to give the ball to Christian McCaffrey
But
more.
that's just not him.
That's just
No,
not
that's
him.
not
Yeah.
not Cam Newton though.
Yeah.
Nothing on Cam Newton, but it is that
nothing
is his
against
play
Cam
style.
Newton. Yeah, it was cool to see him come back the previous week like he did.
Mm-hmm.
Thought he was going to explode this week,
He
as
kinda
I
did.
explained last week.
He did.
Well,
He kind of did.
yeah,
For
but-
fantasy purposes.
Yeah, but not in the way I thought he was going to have like 15 touchdowns on 30 plays though. Anyway,
On the other side of the ball, the football
the
team.
football team.
Well, I was
I'm
gonna,
liking Terry McLaurin.
yeah, I was gonna say DJ Moore also got you a touchdown as well.
DJ
And
Moore did
yeah.
Can I
play
see?
well.
Had 5 for 50, so he had
You know,
5. He had 5 for 50. And
Go
a
look up
touchdown.
Terry McLaurin. That's somebody you better go look up right now.
He had a big game.
He had a big game, and Heineke was passing him the ball, and I'm rocking with that.
Yeah,
You know,
Heineke threw for 3 tutties as well.
yeah. I'm also gonna talk about
Taylor
him
Heineke.
a little bit later on as well. So, how many points did Terry McLaurin have?
He had 18.
He had 18 fantasy
18
points.
fantasy points.
He balled out. So how are we feeling about Antonio Gibson
Oh
and
boy.
He had
Jared
almost
Patterson
100
and
yards.
McKissick? He did.
Yeah.
And he had 19 carries.
He was effective
So
on the
he's
ground.
far and away the number one back on the football team.
It is true.
J.D. McKissick and Jared Patterson
On the
combined
football
had
team.
14 carries, though.
They took a step back. They did.
They did.
And
They still getting solid usage, though. 7 carries for Patterson and McKissick.
yeah, that's normal, I guess. Not really, but
Gibson didn't get any receiving work.
no, not one receiving.
No.
But none of the backs did except for J.D. McKissick's 1 reception.
Mm-hmm.
They limited it.
For 4 yards.
They limited on the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
They did limit them, but Antonio Gibson has proved to be the number one running back.
Yes.
But at the same point, his usage, his coaches, and like everything is kind of just holding him back. His injury,
Yeah.
so it's a little bit of a toss up with
he
him.
had almost 100 yards. He,
He
didn't
did.
have a bad game.
Well, I just want to also
He
tell you
fumbled the
this.
football. So that
He did fumble the football. Of course, he fumbled the
Yes.
football, and he made a boneheaded mistake at the end of the game. So he was running out, and it was the end of the game, and it was a minute something left. and he got tackled out of bounds instead of falling inbounds to waste more clock. You know what I'm saying? So he made a little bit of a mistake, and hopefully Ron Rivera doesn't trip on him. Like, shoot, Bill Belichick
I was just about to say, Bill Belichick, bro, you're going to be benched. You're going to have to go paint his fence, mow his lawn, rotate his tires, and then...
You're never going to be...
And then maybe we'll see if you can go back in.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this one right here.
So, what do we see? I want to talk about this really fast.
What?
Antonio Gibson for next season.
Because
this was the year, coming into this year, he was thought of to have, like, people were saying CMC 2.0.
Yeah.
Because the same coach as, obviously, Christian McCaffrey, Ron Rivera. Ron Rivera likes to have a workhorse back, which Gibson proved that he could be towards the end of last season. About halfway through the season, he started to perform like that. He's super versatile. He was like almost a gadget player in college, where he would line up everywhere.
He was the Taysom Hill of their team.
So I want to say this for next season. I feel like the end of the season is going to be a big indicator on where we can look at him for next season.
Yes.
Because if we're looking at it and his numbers start going up, his receiving, if he even gets 2 catches or 3 catches, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Like, if those things start going up, I'm like, okay, this dude can definitely be worth a 6th or 7th round pick next year. I can't project him any higher than that, bro.
Definitely.
I don't feel like 5th, 6th round.
Wait, worst case scenario or best?
Like
best case scenario.
Like
best?
Really, I'm not gonna touch him next year.
Antonio Gibson.
If J.D. McKissick, Jared Patterson, and him are still gonna be on the team, all 3 of them next year,
so you think,
I don't feel very confident.
You think they'll still platoon it?
I think they're gonna platoon it, and I don't trust them enough.
Yeah.
Because they obviously feel comfortable sitting him.
Yeah.
They do. That's why he got 3 fantasy points a few games ago. And
well, he's also injured.
He is injured.
So I don't think Jared Patterson is a factor at all next year. J.D. McKissick might be, just because...
He's always a factor, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's always a factor.
That's what I'm saying, because he's the receiving back, which hurts Gibson a lot.
Can I ask that man to politely leave that way, please? Like, for reals?
And it was last year, too. Last year, McKissick was... He was getting 10 target games last year.
He's a little vulture.
Because I was a Gibson owner, and I hated him, bro. I hated McKissick. Because...
And you never even met the man.
Yeah, facts. But I think Jared Patterson is just here now because of they want to limit. Yeah, because they want to limit Gibson, and it's been said Gibson's injury is not an injury that's just gonna go away with like during the weeks.
It's not.
He's a guy. It's an injury where
he's gonna have to rest for it to get better.
Yeah. So it's either. But he's not resting though, which is why Jared Patterson's getting so many carries.
Exactly. And that's what's hurting his value right now, and that's the issue with him. So, I feel like next year, like we'll leave it at this. We're going to look at him for the rest of the season, and we're going to hit you with some analysis later on.
Yeah.
I think we're going to make a whole video on
we are.
Like players to draft for next year. You guys don't worry about that. We're going to hook you up with some great content.
Yeah, and at the moment, the moral of the story is if you have Antonio Gibson, you hate J.D. McKissick like he owes you money.
Yeah, and... You don't bench your studs. That's the rule.
Studs. Yeah. And
you just it sucks, but you just have to go for it.
Yeah.
Is there any other matchups we want to talk about? The Monday Night Football wasn't. It wasn't glamorous.
I don't want to vent about the Raiders.
Yeah, I'd rather, if we'll just say Joe Mixon. Yeah. Basically, kind of like shouldered the entire load.
Yeah.
He gashed the whole entire defense. There was no stopping him. They didn't really. They passed the ball okay enough to win the game. Yeah. That's all I have to say. And they kept it. They kept it close.
Yeah, our season's done.
Yeah, the Raiders season is done.
Our season's done.
With the issue between Henry Ruggs, Damon Arnett, And losing our coach this season is pretty much done for.
Yeah, any Joe Mixon owners, you guys made out like a fat rat that week. Mm-hmm. 123 yards with 2 touchdowns.
That's nice right there.
That is very nice. We look at the Raiders on the other hand.
Nobody stood out.
Not much, other than Darren Waller.
Yeah, Waller played well.
Yeah,
safety blanket.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, if you got Kelsey or Darren Waller, you're pretty much you're set at tight end.
That's facts.
Yeah.
So, other than that, we had not a whole lot of crazy matchups. The Chiefs and the Cowboys was kind of a slow-paced game.
That was
not a whole lot going on. Both teams just kind of looked.
Yeah.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire found the end zone.
Let's go.
So he's back. He's back.
Wow.
I'm just playing.
Cardinals and Seahawks. It was kind of a Colt McCoy outdueled
Colt
Russell
45.
Wilson.
Oh boy.
Shit, that's crazy, man.
Jesus.
I mean, Russell
How
Wilson.
did James Conner do?
Russell Wilson threw the ball for 207 yards.
Connor had 62 yards for a touchdown. So that touchdown helped him out.
Yeah, Tyler Lockett had 100 yards. Okay. Zach Ertz was the leading
Zach
receiver.
Ertz went ham.
Who I said to start last week.
Yeah, and then you said to start, and then you kept him on your bench.
Well, I feel like I like Dallas Goedert more than
no,
Zach Ertz.
that's understandable.
Yeah.
I
probably would have started him too.
If Dallas Goedert is healthy and he's there, I'm gonna start him because I feel like his value is so much more than Zach Ertz.
Yeah, understandable. AJ Green had a solid game.
He did.
Arizona as well. 4 for 78. That's not bad.
What is Rondale Moore? 11 targets, 11 receptions for 51 yards.
Well, they're without the whole offense, so
that is facts.
Hopkins, Edmonds, and Kyler are all out. So Rondale Moore, he was a first round pick if I'm not mistaken, or second. He was a top draft pick. So
he was something high.
Seahawks. I think Tyler Lockett was the only one that was worth noting.
115 yards. Yeah, man. That is
on 4 receptions.
On just 4 receptions.
So he was averaging 30 a catch.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's nice, man.
Actually, 28.8.
Alex Collins, 10 carries for 36 yards. Not a whole lot going on there. Mm-hmm. No. We found out that Chris Carson is done for the
season. It's unfortunate.
I mean, it was somewhat expected.
It was trending towards that.
It was somewhat expected. I felt like he was having issues with his neck.
He was on the
IR.
Yeah, well, he was on the designated to return IR, right?
Yeah.
So he had a 21-day window to come back, and he didn't, right?
Yeah, the 21 days had passed, so they placed him on the long term.
Yeah.
And they just said basically get surgery on your neck and get better. We kind of glazed over the Steelers and Chargers.
Yeah. Well, do
Austin Eckler.
Yeah,
we pretty much talked about it.
Yeah, I was going to say, because when you have these high-scoring games, normally there's plenty of love to go around in fantasy.
Yeah, and that was one of those games.
Yeah, for sure. Herbert did have that interception, though, but...
Doesn't hurt him.
Yeah, he did have 382 with 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm rocking with that. And he had 90
yards. Yeah. 90 carries. 90 yeah, 90.
Bro.
You trying to kill
90
him?
carries.
Oh, God. Here we go again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was...
He had 90 yards.
Yeah.
You guys can cry about it.
Also threw his tight ends as well.
Wait, who had 90 yards?
Herbert.
On 90 carries?
On the ground. 90 on the ground. That's really good for him.
That is good for him.
That's incredible.
He averaged a yard a carry.
Hey, Matthew, how long have we been going for? Matthew!
This man.
How long have we been going for? Can you check the camera?
How long does it say?
35 minutes.
35 minutes?
Oh, boy.
All right, we got a couple more minutes.
We'll talk about... No, I don't even really want to talk about that game that much.
I think we pretty much covered everything that I want to cover.
Okay, so you guys want to do some start-sit?
Start-sit for this week?
For
rest of season for next week? What are we talking
Let's start... Well, I'll bring it up like this. Rest of season... What's a backfield right now? How are we feeling about Denver's backfield right now? Have we? Well, they had a bye last week, so they haven't really established anything on that front. I'm trying to.
This could be. Oh my gosh, bro!
What?
I'm so excited because I know my answer already, and I think the bye week is going to further this. Is the Javonte Williams hype train because the bye week, a lot of teams, the bye week is sort of like a
reevaluation.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
We saw with the Falcons after their bye week, Cordell Patterson started getting the majority of the
He
carries.
was their man. Yeah.
We
He
saw
was their man's.
a lot of players have emerged after the bye week. Dan Arnold, even though he had a bad game this past week,
He had a
a
donut.
zero. He had a zero.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
since the bye week for the
Goose egg.
Jaguars, Dan Arnold has pretty much been their number one. Well, he's by far been away the number one tight end. He's been one of their top pass catchers in general. So we've seen players come out after the bye week and have a different role.
I'm
And
excited
I think
to see it.
Javonte, I think this is the turning point where Javonte is going to start getting. They're going to start evaluating Javonte and see if he's their guy moving forward.
And I think, is that going to be your start of the week this week, Sterling?
Javonte.
Javonte
Who do
Williams?
they play?
Who do they play?
Well,
That
they
is-
have pretty good
If I'm not
matchups.
he has the Broncos have the number one rest of season
Yeah,
schedule.
That is facts.
Mhm.
The Broncos running backs. That is.
Let's look up Williams.
If I'm not mistaken, I want to say they play the Chargers, but I
They
could be
do
wrong.
play the Chargers.
They
and
do
that is,
indeed play the
and
Chargers.
that is a good matchup.
So
Damn.
last game they split the carries. It says,
10 for 10.
yep, splits touches 10, or not the carries, the touches in total. So they split 10 for 10.
Mhm.
They have the number one easiest rest of season schedule for the running back position.
Man, that's nice.
Whoever is
Man.
the lead back for this football team, which I hope is Javonte. I really do.
So Javonte trending upwards.
Trending upward.
Yeah.
Hopefully, this bye week was the turning point. They play the Chargers, who are a bottom 5 rushing defense for fantasy purposes.
Yep.
So hopefully, this is the week where it starts to turn around. It's sort of already been turning around
It has
because they've been 50-50 for like
been a good
a
minute.
long time now.
Mhm.
So yeah, hopefully this is when, or maybe they just want to keep it 50-50.
And we
which
have
is
been, and I've
respectable.
been saying for a long time now. It's just, it's a matter of when
Yep.
are they going to do it. Because it's not a matter of do they trust him. They do trust him. It's a matter of when are they going to let him take over. And we've been saying that since since we started our podcast.
Yeah.
All the way back then. It's just
I'm
a matter of time.
basically the captain of the hype train.
And I've been
You're
following
driving
as
it.
well.
I'm driving it. Yes.
Right in shotgun.
And I'm passenger because I'm going for it.
I'm the driver. He's passenger.
Yeah, that's
Um,
right. Turner and Hooch in the flesh.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Javonte Williams, bro. I'm very excited for Javonte Williams.
Very
we-
excited.
I want to ask, are we confident with
Yeah.
Mike Williams rest of season?
I don't know, bro.
You guys are killing me with this subject because you guys already know my answer.
Yeah, you're in.
You're in?
And we actually did have
I'm in.
we had
You're
a
in?
Tyler Lockett versus Mike Williams for last week.
Mm-hmm.
And it was
It was a little heated, man.
It was heated.
It was a little heated, man. It was a little heated.
they both actually had really good games.
They
was heated.
did.
Mike
There was gonna
Williams
be-
found the end zone.
And that's what I'm
So-
rocking with.
Yeah.
So that's what put him over the edge. Lockett, we just went over. He had 4 receptions for 115.
Yeah. He had
So
4
he had a solid
receptions
game,
for
too.
like 400 yards.
Yeah, he did. So I'm still with Mike Williams. So are we gonna write it up on the board?
Yeah, put it on the board.
So
There's no board over there, guys.
Well, we're gonna start the
we're gonna start the board. So Mike Williams
You want to just
or
write it on the closet right
Mike
here?
Williams or Tyler Lockett rest of season.
I know my answer. He
I know
knows
my
his
answer.
Tyler Lockett.
Tyler Lockett.
Wow. Can you further explain?
Just because I think Keenan's the more reliable receiver on that team.
And I'm gonna agree with you.
The same case can be made for the other team.
That is
DK
true.
Metcalf's the more trusted.
Oh, that is true.
But
Okay. Now I have to look at this differently.
You
now.
see, this is the
yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
that's the thing. I'm gonna stick with Lockett personally, but I could see it either way.
I'm gonna go. You guys know my answer. Mike Williams,
Williams.
by a landslide.
So
By a
By a
landslide.
landslide.
So
you
not even
perceive-
not even any no consideration.
No consideration.
how do you perceive Keenan Allen and Mike Williams?
I feel
Is
like
Keenan Allen still above?
so.
Absolutely.
His floor for Keenan Allen is here.
Oh yeah, he's at his peak right
It's
now.
it's high.
Yeah.
It's I'd say his average is probably around 11 to 12 points,
Mhm.
and that's good for him.
He's only had
But-
2 games where he scored under 10.
It's true.
You can rely on him.
He's
in
reliable.
Double digits. Yeah.
But and then we're looking at Mike Williams, who is the big play threat himself. He can catch a ball right over your head, and I feel like if you're looking for his ceiling is just higher than Keenan Allen's.
At this,
and I feel the same exact way with Tyler Lockett too. I feel like Mike Williams' ceiling is higher than his, just based on the passing upside from Justin Herbert and how many times they pass the ball a game. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just like Mike Williams. I like the offense. I know he's been amid a tiny slump, but I feel like he's turning it around. This game, he turned it around. And I've been feeling that way. So where you stand, Cameron? I want to hear this now.
Well, it's a lot more enticing now because it's like they're both number 2s, and it's like you have to look at them as number 2 receivers, not number 1 receivers.
You just look at them like, they're number 2. They get on sometimes the weaker cornerback.
Yeah,
which
get
kind
the
of
weaker
exploits matchups, which is good.
Yeah, they're not getting doubles like like DK would or like Keenan would. Although
they do like to double cover Mike Williams.
Yeah, I was about to say I think DK gets more focus than Keenan does.
Yeah, I could agree more.
Yeah, I would say so. Oh man, it's a tough call now that I think about it like that. I'm still leaning Tyler Lockett, but
and that's okay, my guy.
That is okay.
Because I like Tyler Lockett as a player.
I do. He's just a good guy
he
to
is
have
a
in the
good,
locker room.
He is a good character football guy.
Yes, he's a solid veteran to have in your locker room.
He is a football guy.
Yeah, he's a football guy.
He's a football guy.
He's that guy.
He's that guy.
Anyway, man, it's just hard. It's hard. It's hard now that I look at it that way.
Can I see?
Of course.
It's hard for you now too?
No, I know.
Oh, you're Tyler. You're Tyler Lockett. No consideration.
No consideration.
You're okay.
I'm just Tyler Lockett.
I'm Mike Williams by a landslide.
I got Tyler Lockett right here. Okay. Here, let me trade you real quick. Because I've already taken a look at Tyler Lockett. Ooh is right.
Football team, the Houstons and the.
That is.
We're looking at matchups.
Well, just take it into consideration.
Yeah, it's a consideration.
Let's see.
I'm not making my mind up over the matchups.
We're on 12.
Yeah,
we're on 12. God, football season goes by so fast.
It does.
It honestly does.
So
fast.
We're gonna write this down.
Okay, so Lockett has the more favorable matchup for 12.
Matt, Tyler Lockett or Mike Williams rest of season?
He's like, I don't know. Go back to your game. Anyway, so Tyler Lockett has the better matchup for 12. Okay, here's the thing. Week 13, Tyler Lockett has San Francisco, which is 25th against wide receivers. Mike Williams has Cincinnati, which is 24th.
So it's kind of even.
Dead even, or as close to dead even as you could get.
Yeah,
it's close.
Yeah, and then Tyler Lockett after that, 14 has Houston, which is a very favorable matchup.
Not bad.
And then Mike Williams has the Giants, which are about mid-pack. They're fairly close in matchups.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's close.
This is a hard one.
Yeah. I know mine. Joseph knows his. We're gonna end the episode, so we need an answer. What's your answer, Cameron?
I'm leaning Tyler Lockett.
But it's respectable.
It is 100% respectable.
The gap.
I feel like
the
Lockett,
gap closed.
Now that Russell Wilson is back,
that helps tremendously.
Yes, because Lockett's bad games were with Geno Smith. So it's like you have to take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah. I could agree. I just want to say that I just feel like Mike Williams had a little slump. And
A little slump. Yeah.
I mean, Tyler Lockett had a little slump.
Yes, he did, indeed.
Well, both players did.
And now we're going upwards now.
Yeah.
So
onward and upward, baby.
Yeah.
We're moving on up.
I want to hit
to
you
the east side
with one more before we go.
Real quick.
Zach Moss or Devin Singletary rest of season?
Matt Breida.
Matt Breida?
Hey, that's not even an option.
Devin Singletary or Zach Moss rest of season?
Hold on.
I'm
Pull up.
still
Which
on
one
the
do you?
Zach Moss side.
Pull up
Zach Moss put up 0.5 last week though.
Pull up
Hey,
Zach Moss. I'll pull up Devin Singletary.
Yeah, I'll pull him up as soon as right after I look at this.
Devin Singletary and
Zach Moss.
Oh,
Matt Breida had 5 carries.
I thought
He
you were
had
gonna.
the most carries on the football team.
Thought you were gonna pull.
Why?
Zach
because
Moss
it
or
was, like,
Devin
garbage time?
Singletary.
Yeah, it was garbage time.
Zach
Yeah,
Moss.
I do want to say it was a negative game strip.
Zach Moss had
For
3
both
carries
players.
for
both
5
players.
yards.
Yeah, Devin Singletary had 3 carries for 17.
It was not good either
What
way.
is the point of this conversation?
Honestly, I want neither of them, bro.
Yeah,
You
that's
want
what I'm
neither?
saying.
I'm a
But you
Probably-
have to roster one of them for
Okay,
the rest
if you
of the
have
You
season.
have to.
You have to. You don't have an option. You're rostering one
Alright.
of them for the rest of the season.
Gun to your head. You have to roster one.
Look at
Yes.
those matchups.
Terrible.
They're terrible. Yeah.
I'm out.
You're,
Wait,
you're
wait,
out
wait.
on both?
I'm out
Wait,
on both.
wait. Okay.
You have to
If
choose
I'm
one.
rostering
Okay.
one, I'm still with Zach Moss.
This is
Wow,
What,
One
this, is,
game isn't really going to sway my
guess.
perception.
this is what Sterling did. We said gun to your head, Zach Moss or Devin Singletary. He said Matt Breida, just put one through my temple.
Matt Burrito and just finish me off now.
Yeah, just finish me off now. Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we're out
Thank you
here.
guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed our video.
No way, you just finished the game, bro.
He just finished Spider-Man.
He
This guy's
finished
playing
Spider-Man, bro.
What a
All right,
great
we're
game.
out of here, bro.
What a cat.
We're outta here.
All right.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
Afternoon.
Yeah.